Carlos Sainz Jr., currently racing for Ferrari, is one of the most consistent and highly regarded drivers in Formula One. Born on September 1, 1994, in Madrid, Spain, Sainz comes from a prestigious motorsport background. His father, Carlos Sainz Sr., is a two-time World Rally champion, which set the foundation for Sainz Jr.'s passion for racing from a young age. Despite the expectations that came with his famous surname, Sainz has carved out his own reputation in Formula One, known for his adaptability, racecraft, and work ethic. Sainz began his journey in motorsport through karting, making waves as a teenager by winning the Junior Monaco Kart Cup and progressing through the ranks in various European championships. In 2013, his talent earned him a place in Red Bull's junior team, which was a major stepping stone in his career. After proving his skills in lower formulas, including his Formula Renault 3.5 victory in 2014, Sainz made his Formula One debut with Toro Rosso in 2015, partnering with Max Verstappen. Although Verstappen garnered much of the media attention, Sainz's performances showed that he was a serious talent in his own right. Sainz spent several seasons honing his craft at Toro Rosso and then Renault before making a significant career move to McLaren in 2019. His time at McLaren was transformative. Sainz quickly became a key figure within the team, leading their resurgence in the midfield. His consistent points finishes and strategic race management helped McLaren climb the constructors' standings. In 2020, he achieved a standout result by finishing second at the Italian Grand Prix, which was McLaren's best result in nearly a decade. His ability to extract the maximum from the car, even in difficult conditions, solidified his reputation as a reliable, fast driver. In 2021, Sainz made his most high-profile move yet, joining Scuderia Ferrari. Many questioned how he would fare alongside Charles Leclerc, one of the most talented and aggressive young drivers on the grid. However, Sainz adapted quickly to Ferrari's setup, and his debut season with the team was arguably one of the strongest of his career. In 2021, he finished fifth in the Drivers' Championship, ahead of his teammate Leclerc, and secured 4 podium finishes. His adaptability, technical feedback, and ability to work harmoniously with the Ferrari team were instrumental in helping Ferrari bounce back from a difficult 2020 season. One of Sainz's most significant achievements came in 2022, when he secured his first-ever Formula One victory at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone. This win not only underscored his ability to compete at the highest level but also demonstrated his resilience and determination after several near misses earlier in the season. Sainz has continued to show consistency, battling in the upper midfield and occasionally challenging for podiums alongside the top teams. Carlos Sainz Jr. has developed a reputation for being a driver who brings both technical expertise and racecraft, combined with a level-headed, team-oriented approach. As Ferrari continues its journey back to the front of the grid, Sainz's role within the team remains crucial. His partnership with Leclerc, while competitive, has largely been cooperative, with both drivers pushing each other to perform. Looking forward, Sainz's main goal is to fight for the World Championship, something that could become a reality if Ferrari can deliver a consistently competitive car. With his proven ability to adapt and perform under pressure, Carlos Sainz Jr. is positioned as one of the sport's top drivers and remains a key figure in Ferrari's hopes of reclaiming their place at the top of Formula One. Carlos Sainz Jr. was born into motorsport royalty on September 1, 1994, in Madrid, Spain. His father, Carlos Sainz Sr., is a two-time World Rally champion and one of the most legendary figures in rally racing history. Growing up in this environment, motorsport was an integral part of Carlos Jr.'s life from the start. His father's career and achievements naturally instilled in him a passion for racing, and Sainz Sr. played a crucial role in shaping his son's early development as a driver. As a child, Carlos Jr. was surrounded by the world of motorsport, often accompanying his father to races and rally events, soaking in the competitive atmosphere. This early exposure gave him a first-hand look at the dedication, discipline, and mental toughness required to succeed at the highest levels of racing. Watching his father race and win instilled in him a desire to follow in those footsteps, though his path would eventually diverge from rallying into single-seaters. Carlos Sainz Sr. had a profound influence on his son's career, not only as a mentor but also as a supporter and advisor. Despite his rally background, Sainz Sr. did not push his son toward a career in rally racing. Instead, he allowed Carlos Jr. to carve out his own path in motorsport, which led him toward karting and, later, Formula racing. His father's knowledge and vast experience in motorsport helped guide Carlos Jr. through the early stages of his career, providing insights on everything from race strategy to mental preparation. However, Sainz Sr. was careful to maintain a balance, ensuring that Carlos Jr. developed his skills independently and wasn't merely living in his shadow. One key aspect of Sainz Sr.'s influence was his emphasis on hard work and resilience. He taught Carlos Jr. that success in racing is not solely about talent, but also about consistency, perseverance, and handling adversity. This mindset became a cornerstone of Carlos Jr.'s racing philosophy, helping him navigate the many challenges he would later face in his journey to Formula One. Growing up in such a prominent motorsport family also meant that Carlos Jr. had access to a wealth of resources and connections within the racing world. His father's reputation opened doors, but Carlos Jr. worked tirelessly to prove himself as an individual talent. He made his name in karting, where he earned multiple titles, eventually catching the attention of Red Bull's junior team and setting the stage for his progression to Formula One. In conclusion, Carlos Sainz Sr.'s role in Carlos Jr.'s early career was critical, not only for the technical knowledge and advice he provided but also for fostering an environment where his son could develop his own identity as a racing driver. This upbringing shaped Carlos Jr.'s determination, work ethic, and calm under pressure, qualities that have become hallmarks of his driving style in Formula One. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s early karting career laid the foundation for his rise in motorsport and provided him with the skills and mental fortitude needed to climb the ranks of competitive racing. Starting at a young age, Sainz quickly became a standout in the karting world, particularly in the European Championships, where he faced intense competition from future Formula One drivers. One of the defining moments of Sainz's karting career came in 2009, when he won the Junior Monaco Kart Cup. This victory was not only a prestigious win but also an early indicator that Sainz had the talent to excel on the international stage. Competing against some of the most promising young drivers in Europe, Sainz demonstrated his racecraft, composure, and ability to handle high-pressure situations, skills that would become hallmarks of his career. Winning at Monaco, on the same streets where Formula One legends raced, gave Sainz a taste of the elite level he aspired to reach. As he progressed, Sainz moved into the KF3 category, where he competed in the European and World Karting Championships. In 2010, he won the prestigious Junior World Championship, further cementing his status as one of the brightest young talents in karting. These victories not only earned him recognition but also set him on the path to professional racing, as they demonstrated his ability to perform consistently against top-tier competition. However, the pressure of carrying the famous Sainz name was ever present. As the son of Carlos Sainz Sr., a two-time World Rally champion, expectations were high from the very beginning. The media attention and the comparisons to his father's success in rallying could have been overwhelming for any young driver. Yet, Sainz Jr. managed this pressure with remarkable maturity, focusing on his own career path and choosing to forge his identity in single-seater racing rather than following his father into rallying. He embraced the Sainz legacy, but worked hard to ensure that he was recognized for his own achievements, rather than simply as the son of a champion. His progression through karting caught the attention of Red Bull's junior program, which signed him in 2010. This was a crucial turning point, as it gave Sainz access to the resources, mentorship, and opportunities that would eventually lead him to Formula One. His time in karting not only honed his technical skills, but also prepared him mentally for the high-pressure world of professional motorsport, where his family name, while opening doors, also brought expectations he had to continuously live up to. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s rise through the European Karting Championships showed his resilience, work ethic, and adaptability, all of which helped him handle the immense pressure of carrying the Sainz name in motorsport. Rather than being burdened by it, he used it as motivation to prove himself, and his karting career provided the stepping stone to his success in the higher ranks of racing. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s career took a significant leap forward when he joined the Red Bull Junior team in 2013. Red Bull's driver development program is renowned for producing top Formula One talents such as Sebastian Vettel, Max Verstappen, and Daniel Ricciardo. For Sainz, it provided the resources, mentorship, and competitive environment necessary to shape him into a future Formula One driver. The program is known for being extremely demanding, offering both a fast track to F1 and intense pressure to perform, which ultimately played a crucial role in his development. One of the key aspects of Sainz's time in the Red Bull Junior team was the opportunity to compete in some of the most competitive junior formulae, sharpening his racecraft and technical understanding of the sport. He gained valuable experience in GP3 and Formula Renault 3.5, two highly competitive series that helped prepare him for the top level of motorsport. Red Bull's emphasis on results and development pushed Sainz to continuously improve, both mentally and physically, ensuring he could compete at the highest levels under significant pressure. The 2014 season in Formula Renault 3.5 was a defining moment in Sainz's junior career. After gaining experience in various series, Sainz entered the season with Dams Racing, where he emerged as one of the top talents. The competition in Formula Renault 3.5 was fierce, with drivers such as Pierre Gasly and Roberto Merhi also fighting for the title. Despite this, Sainz showed incredible consistency, winning 7 races and securing 7 pole positions on his way to the championship. This victory was not only his breakthrough moment, but also demonstrated his ability to handle high-pressure situations, maintain focus, and outperform strong competition. Winning the 2014 Formula Renault 3.5 series was pivotal in shaping Sainz's future, as it cemented his place as one of the top junior drivers under the Red Bull banner. His success gave him a real shot at Formula One, with Red Bull placing him in Scuderia Toro Rosso, their junior F1 team, alongside the rising star Max Verstappen for the 2015 season. The key lessons Sainz learned during his time in the Red Bull Junior team revolved around adapting to different cars, mastering technical feedback, and understanding how to maximize performance under varying conditions. Red Bull's rigorous program also taught him the importance of mental resilience, as he had to constantly prove himself to maintain his position within the highly competitive environment. This mental toughness would later help him navigate the challenges of Formula One, where the pressure to perform is relentless. In summary, Carlos Sainz's time in the Red Bull Junior team shaped his career by providing him with the tools, experience, and competitive mindset required for Formula One. His victory in the 2014 Formula Renault 3.5 series proved he had the talent to reach the top, while the demanding nature of the Red Bull program helped mold him into the resilient and adaptable driver he is today. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s 2015 debut season in Formula One with Toro Rosso, now AlphaTauri, was a major step in his career. He was partnered with Max Verstappen, another highly touted young talent, and their competition became a key narrative of the season. Although Verstappen often grabbed the spotlight due to his age and aggressive driving style, Sainz proved himself to be an incredibly consistent and reliable driver, marking himself as a future star in Formula One. Sainz entered the 2015 season having just won the Formula Renault 3.5 series in 2014, which established him as a top junior talent. However, moving into Formula One was a whole new challenge. The step up in speed, car complexity, and the pressures of being in the Red Bull driver system required rapid adaptation. Sainz managed this transition well, showing early in the season that he could handle the intricacies of F1 cars, such as tire management and fuel efficiency, while maintaining impressive pace. The first major test came at the Australian Grand Prix, where Sainz qualified an impressive 8th and finished 9th, scoring points on his debut. This performance, in a field of seasoned competitors, demonstrated his immediate ability to adapt to the complexities of Formula One. Throughout the season, he showed strong racecraft and maturity, managing tire degradation effectively and making smart strategic decisions in the race. One of the biggest challenges Sainz faced was competing against Max Verstappen, who, at 17 years old, was already making waves as the youngest ever Formula One driver. Verstappen's aggressive driving style and fearless overtaking often captured media attention, but Sainz quietly held his own. Statistically, the two drivers were close over the season, with Sainz often matching or outperforming Verstappen in qualifying, finishing ahead of him on 7 occasions, but he faced more mechanical failures that affected his race results. While Verstappen took more risks and had spectacular moments, Sainz's more measured and consistent approach was also effective. His ability to extract the maximum from the car and his feedback to engineers helped Toro Rosso make improvements over the season. Sainz also had to overcome several retirements due to reliability issues, which hampered his chances to score more points. Despite these setbacks, he managed to finish the season with 18 points, placing him 15th in the Drivers' Championship, just behind Verstappen's 49 points. One of the standout performances of Sainz's rookie season was at the Spanish Grand Prix, his home race, where he finished 9th after an intense battle with more experienced drivers, once again proving his racing intelligence and ability to handle pressure. This performance, along with several other points finishes, solidified his reputation as a technically astute and reliable driver. Sainz's performances over the course of the 2015 season showed that he had the skill and mindset to compete in Formula One, even alongside a teammate as aggressive and talented as Verstappen. He may have been slightly overshadowed by Verstappen's rise, but his consistency and professionalism in difficult circumstances helped establish him as a long-term prospect in the sport. Overall, Carlos Sainz's rookie season laid the groundwork for his future success. His adaptability, consistency, and racecraft, combined with his ability to handle the pressure of being part of Red Bull's highly demanding junior program, showed that he was more than capable of becoming a Formula One star. His measured approach and determination during that debut season set the stage for a successful career in the sport. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s move to Renault in 2017 marked a significant step in his career, offering him the chance to develop further as a driver with a factory team. This transition, which came after several successful seasons with Toro Rosso, opened up new opportunities and challenges for Sainz, allowing him to hone his technical skills and work in a more structured, resource-rich environment. Renault, as a manufacturer team, had greater capabilities and long-term ambitions in Formula One, and this experience helped Sainz evolve into a more well-rounded and mature driver. One of the most important aspects of his move to Renault was the shift from a junior team, Toro Rosso, to a factory-backed organization. Factory teams like Renault have significantly more resources, both in terms of budget and technical development, allowing Sainz to be part of a more competitive and ambitious setup. This meant that Sainz could contribute more effectively to car development, working closely with engineers to provide detailed feedback that would influence the performance of the car. It also exposed him to a higher level of professionalism and strategic planning, giving him a deeper understanding of how a top-tier F1 team operates behind the scenes. During his time at Renault, Sainz formed a strong partnership with the team, quickly adapting to the car and team culture. He joined the team mid-season in 2017, replacing Jolyon Palmer at the United States Grand Prix. Despite the mid-season switch, Sainz immediately made an impact, finishing 7th in his debut race for Renault. This performance was a testament to his ability to adapt quickly to new environments, showcasing his technical proficiency and racecraft. His transition to Renault was smooth, and he managed to extract the maximum performance from the car, often outperforming teammate Nico Hülkenberg in qualifying and race pace. The experience at Renault also allowed Sainz to step out of the shadow of his earlier association with the Red Bull program, where the focus was often on drivers like Max Verstappen. With Renault, Sainz was able to assert himself as a key figure in the team's progress, and his input in developing the car was valued by the engineers and management alike. This experience of working closely with a factory team further sharpened his technical understanding of car setup and performance, skills that would be invaluable as he moved forward in his career. In the long run, Sainz's stint at Renault gave him the platform to showcase his leadership qualities and technical abilities, which would later prove crucial when he moved to McLaren in 2019. His ability to adapt, collaborate, and provide valuable feedback to a developing team allowed him to establish himself as a consistent and reliable driver, traits that made him an attractive option for Ferrari in 2021. Ultimately, the move to Renault played a key role in shaping Sainz's future in Formula One. It allowed him to transition from a talented junior to a driver who could lead a team and contribute to its overall development. His performances during his time with Renault solidified his reputation as a strong, dependable driver, setting the stage for the next phase of his career. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s time with McLaren from 2019 to 2020 was pivotal not only for his career but also for the team's resurgence in Formula One. Sainz joined McLaren during a rebuilding phase as the team sought to regain its competitive edge after years of underperformance. His arrival, along with teammate Lando Norris, marked the beginning of McLaren's return to the sharp end of the grid. Sainz's consistency, leadership, and racecraft were instrumental in helping McLaren re-establish itself as a competitive force in the midfield and beyond. One of Sainz's key strengths during his time at McLaren was his ability to consistently score points, often extracting more from the car than was expected. In 2019, McLaren was not yet a podium contender, but Sainz's tenacity helped the team climb the standings. The highlight of his 2019 season came at the Brazilian Grand Prix, where he secured his first-ever Formula One podium. Starting from 20th on the grid due to an engine penalty, Sainz delivered an extraordinary drive, benefiting from race incidents and smart tire strategy to finish third. It was McLaren's first podium since 2014, a testament to the progress the team had made with Sainz's contributions. Although he only learned of his podium finish hours after the race due to Lewis Hamilton's post-race penalty, it was a significant moment for both Sainz and McLaren. Throughout the 2019 season, Sainz's ability to consistently perform under pressure helped McLaren secure fourth place in the Constructors' Championship, a major step forward for the team. He finished sixth in the Drivers' Championship with 96 points, making him the best of the rest behind the dominant Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull drivers. Sainz's momentum carried into 2020, a season further disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic but filled with standout performances. His most notable achievement of 2020 was his second-place finish at the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. In what became one of the most dramatic races of the season, several incidents shuffled the order, and Sainz found himself in a position to challenge for victory. He chased down Pierre Gasly, who was leading in the final laps, but narrowly missed out on the win by just 0.4 seconds. Nevertheless, Sainz's second place was his career-best result at the time and showed his readiness to fight at the front of the grid when the opportunity arose. The Monza result and Sainz's overall performances in 2020, where he finished sixth in the Drivers' Championship again, confirmed that McLaren was a team on the rise. His leadership within the team, particularly his ability to provide detailed technical feedback and work closely with engineers, played a crucial role in McLaren's ability to develop a competitive car during those 2 years. Sainz's time at McLaren not only helped revive the team's fortunes but also bolstered his own reputation as one of the most consistent and reliable drivers in Formula One. His work ethic, calmness under pressure, and ability to seize opportunities in chaotic races marked him as a valuable asset to any top team. These qualities made him an attractive choice for Ferrari, where he moved in 2021. In conclusion, Carlos Sainz's tenure at McLaren was marked by consistent points finishes, strong leadership, and breakthrough podium results that contributed to McLaren's competitive revival. His first podium in Brazil and second-place finish at Monza were highlights of a period that saw McLaren rise from midfield obscurity to a serious challenger for podiums, positioning both Sainz and the team for greater success in the future. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s move to Ferrari in 2021 marked a pivotal moment in his career as he joined one of the most iconic teams in Formula One history. Transitioning to Ferrari came with immense expectations, not only because of the team's legacy but also due to the presence of Charles Leclerc, one of the sport's most highly rated young drivers. Despite the challenge of adapting to a new car and team culture, Sainz had a remarkably strong debut season with Ferrari, finishing fifth in the Drivers' Championship and outperforming Leclerc in the standings. One of the main challenges for Sainz in 2021 was adjusting to Ferrari's unique setup and the complexity of the SF21 car. Ferrari's performance had been below par in 2020, but the team made strides in 2021. However, as with any driver joining a new team, Sainz faced a learning curve. He had to quickly familiarize himself with Ferrari's working methods, particularly its approach to strategy, tire management, and vehicle dynamics. Sainz proved adept at integrating himself into the team, working closely with engineers to accelerate his understanding of the car. Driving alongside Charles Leclerc, who was already well established at Ferrari and seen as the future face of the team, added another layer of complexity. Leclerc's aggressive driving style and deep familiarity with Ferrari's operations made him a formidable benchmark. However, Sainz approached the rivalry with maturity, often taking a more measured, consistent approach. He focused on maximizing his performance over the entire season, sometimes sacrificing outright pace for strategic points finishes, which contributed significantly to his final standings. Sainz's adaptability was one of his key strengths in 2021. He consistently improved his performance over the course of the season, culminating in several standout results, including 4 podium finishes. His most notable performances came in Monaco, where he finished second, and in Hungary, where he claimed another podium after a chaotic race. These results helped him close the gap to Leclerc, who experienced more highs and lows throughout the season. One of the reasons Sainz managed to finish ahead of Leclerc in the 2021 Drivers' Championship was his consistency. While Leclerc often demonstrated raw pace, Sainz delivered points in nearly every race, avoiding major mistakes and consistently capitalizing on opportunities. He was able to adapt to changing conditions better than many of his rivals, which allowed him to stay in contention throughout the season. Sainz's ability to score in 20 out of 22 races, compared to Leclerc's more erratic results, proved critical in their internal team battle. Finishing 5th in the championship with 164.5 points, ahead of Leclerc's 159 points, was a testament to Sainz's strong mental approach, his ability to integrate into Ferrari's system quickly, and his consistent performances across the season. This achievement solidified Sainz's status within Ferrari and demonstrated that he could challenge even the most highly regarded drivers on the grid. In conclusion, Carlos Sainz's first year at Ferrari was a resounding success. Despite the challenges of adapting to a new team, he quickly established himself as a key figure within the team, working efficiently with engineers and showcasing his consistency in race performance. By finishing ahead of Charles Leclerc in the Drivers' Championship, Sainz proved that he was more than capable of competing at the front of the grid, marking him as a crucial part of Ferrari's future. Carlos Sainz Jr.'s first Formula One victory came at the 2022 British Grand Prix at Silverstone, a long-awaited and monumental moment in his career. Sainz's breakthrough win not only showcased his resilience and talent, but also marked a significant turning point for his standing within Ferrari and Formula One as a whole. The race weekend began on a promising note for Sainz, as he secured pole position during a rain-soaked qualifying session on Saturday. It was his first ever pole in Formula One, and the emotional weight of that achievement was already a testament to how far he had come. However, the race itself was far from straightforward, filled with high drama and multiple race incidents. The start of the race saw an immediate challenge, with Sainz losing the lead to Max Verstappen after a tough battle through the opening laps. However, fortune turned in Sainz's favor when Verstappen encountered damage to his car, dropping him out of contention. Despite this, Sainz's teammate Charles Leclerc posed a significant challenge, as Ferrari had to carefully manage the inter-team dynamics during the race. Throughout the race, Ferrari debated team orders, with Sainz and Leclerc swapping positions on track multiple times. The turning point came when a late safety car was triggered following an incident involving Esteban Ocon. Ferrari made the strategic decision to pit Sainz for fresh soft tires, while Leclerc, who stayed out on old tires, was left vulnerable. After the safety car restart, Sainz made an aggressive but calculated move to retake the lead from Leclerc and managed the final laps expertly to cross the finish line in first place. This victory not only earned him his maiden Formula One win but also came on his 150th Grand Prix start, adding to the emotional significance of the moment. For Sainz, this breakthrough win had an immediate and lasting impact on his career. It validated his talent and perseverance, affirming that he belonged at the top level of Formula One. Throughout his career, Sainz had often been viewed as a driver who consistently delivered strong performances without the glory of race victories. This win removed any doubts about his ability to close out a race under pressure. Within Ferrari, the victory further solidified Sainz's standing as a key driver capable of leading the team to success. Up to that point, much of Ferrari's focus had been on Charles Leclerc, who had been groomed as the team's future star. However, Sainz's ability to secure pole position and manage a chaotic race to victory demonstrated that Ferrari had two drivers capable of delivering results, thereby increasing Sainz's influence within the team. On a broader scale, the victory significantly raised Sainz's profile in the Formula One paddock. He had long been respected for his consistency, adaptability, and racecraft, but securing his first victory positioned him as a serious contender in the sport's competitive landscape. This win was also a personal triumph, silencing any lingering doubts about his ability to win races against the best drivers in the world, including those from teams like Red Bull and Mercedes. In conclusion, Carlos Sainz's victory at the 2022 British Grand Prix was a defining moment in his career. It marked the culmination of years of hard work and perseverance, enhanced his stature within Ferrari, and confirmed his place as one of Formula One's top drivers. This win not only boosted his confidence but also laid the foundation for future success in the sport. The dynamic between Carlos Sainz Jr. and Charles Leclerc at Ferrari is one of mutual respect but also intense competition. Both drivers bring unique strengths to the team, and their rivalry has helped push each other to new heights while also contributing to Ferrari's resurgence in Formula One. When Sainz joined Ferrari in 2021, there was speculation about how he would fit into the team alongside Leclerc, who was already established as Ferrari's future star. Leclerc had earned the reputation of being one of the fastest drivers on the grid, having secured multiple victories and pole positions in his first few seasons with Ferrari. Despite this, Sainz integrated quickly into the team and adapted well to Ferrari's culture, bringing with him a calm, strategic approach and valuable experience from his stints with Toro Rosso, Renault, and McLaren. Initially, Leclerc was viewed as the de facto leader of the team, but Sainz's consistent performances throughout 2021 challenged that dynamic. Sainz's ability to score points regularly, his smooth driving style, and his technical feedback to the engineers made him an asset for Ferrari. By the end of the 2021 season, Sainz had finished ahead of Leclerc in the Drivers' Championship, taking fifth place to Leclerc's seventh. This performance highlighted Sainz's adaptability and racecraft, proving that he was not content to play a secondary role within the team. Despite the competitive nature of Formula One, the relationship between Sainz and Leclerc has been largely positive. Both drivers have publicly expressed admiration for each other's abilities, and their mutual respect has helped foster a healthy rivalry rather than the destructive tensions that can sometimes occur within top teams. This atmosphere has allowed Ferrari to extract the best from both drivers without creating an internal divide. Leclerc's natural speed and aggressive driving style complement Sainz's more measured, consistent approach, providing Ferrari with a well-rounded driver lineup. However, competition between the two is fierce, as both are highly ambitious and want to be Ferrari's leading driver. In 2022, Ferrari had one of the most competitive cars on the grid, and the battle between Sainz and Leclerc intensified. Leclerc often had the edge in qualifying, securing more pole positions, but Sainz demonstrated his ability to capitalize on race strategy and consistency, especially with his first-ever F1 victory at the British Grand Prix. Their inter-team rivalry has been crucial in pushing both drivers to extract more performance from the car and from themselves, ensuring that neither grows complacent. Ferrari has had to carefully manage the balance between their two drivers, particularly when race strategies or team orders come into play. The competition has occasionally led to on-track tensions, with both drivers vying for position and often close in the standings. Nonetheless, their rivalry has largely remained professional, with both drivers acknowledging that they need to work together to help Ferrari return to championship contention. In conclusion, the relationship between Sainz and Leclerc has evolved into one of mutual respect and healthy competition. Their rivalry has pushed both drivers to elevate their performance levels, which has played a key role in Ferrari's improved results over the past 2 seasons. Sainz's adaptability and consistency have provided a strong counterbalance to Leclerc's raw speed, making them one of the most exciting driver pairings on the grid. Looking ahead to Carlos Sainz Jr.'s future in Formula One, his primary goal remains clear: to become a Formula One world champion. Having established himself as one of the most consistent and adaptable drivers on the grid, Sainz's ambition now is to translate his strong performances into a championship challenge. His first win at the 2022 British Grand Prix was a major milestone, but Sainz undoubtedly wants more, specifically, the opportunity to fight for the title on a regular basis. Sainz's future success is intrinsically linked to Ferrari's progress toward building a championship-winning car. The team has shown significant improvements since its struggles in 2020, with the SF21 and F1-75 cars of 2021 and 2022 proving more competitive. However, Ferrari's journey to becoming title contenders again has been marred by strategic errors and reliability issues, particularly in 2022 when they were in contention early but fell short due to these setbacks. For Sainz to achieve his championship dreams, Ferrari needs to resolve these inconsistencies and develop a car that can consistently challenge Red Bull, Mercedes, and other top teams. In the short term, Sainz's personal goals are likely to focus on further cementing his status within Ferrari, improving his qualifying performance relative to teammate Charles Leclerc, and continuing to grow as a driver capable of winning races under varying conditions. He has already shown that he can handle the pressure of racing for a top team, but to reach the next level, he needs Ferrari to give him the machinery that can regularly fight at the front. Ferrari's current technical and organizational efforts, particularly under the leadership of team principal Fred Vasseur, are aimed at delivering a car capable of winning the Constructors' and Drivers' Championships. For Sainz, this aligns perfectly with his ambitions. The team's focus on optimizing strategy, improving reliability, and refining car development will play a key role in determining how soon Sainz can realistically challenge for the title. As a driver, Sainz has demonstrated his value as a steady and dependable force, capable of both managing high-pressure races and delivering consistent results. This ability to stay composed and maximize points over a season is critical for a title challenge. In the coming years, if Ferrari can continue their upward trajectory, Sainz's championship hopes could become a reality. Much like Nico Rosberg's eventual triumph over Lewis Hamilton, Sainz could be in a position to capitalize on his consistency and strategic thinking to mount a credible challenge, especially if Ferrari gives him a competitive car. In conclusion, Carlos Sainz's future in Formula One is deeply intertwined with Ferrari's progress. While his personal goals are clear, winning races and ultimately a championship, the road ahead will depend on Ferrari's ability to deliver a consistently competitive car. If the team can rise to the challenge, Sainz has the talent, experience, and determination to fight for the title.